them tonight. In a way, you might be surprised.
Fired up, boys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Back-to-back pregame lounge. What is up? Welcome to the pregame lounge. We are coming to you live from the Toyota Lounge. Toyota's the official vehicle of DNVR. And as always, we are presented by our friends, us. We're presented by us today.
By friends and family.
Nuggets-Hornets on the back-to-back. Denver trying to get their 5th consecutive win. What a win it would be. We got a great pregame show coming up for you. We got some game notes, Christian Braun injury notes, as well as Aaron Gordon's status. We'll talk about the year of Jamal Murray some, and then we'll get our best bets for the evening, courtesy of Superstar Dev. I'm Harrison, and I got Brendan Vogt with me.
What up, gang? A lot of people in the bar tonight. Maybe to watch the Bears game, but also possibly to stick around and watch the Hornets game. Hard to say. Either way, it's a good vibe in here.
Dude, it was so funny yesterday. I got Superstar Dev with me, too.
This football weekend is insane. It is packed at the bar right now. I mean, wild. I got in here and I was like, oh, for the Nuggets game, look around, Bears everywhere. Bears everywhere.
Hate to see that. Yesterday was incredible for like so many reasons. We talked about it a lot on the post-game show yesterday. Also, the takeover was awesome, especially when everybody came back to the bar, and the guys we had on the show were so great, offering up some great hot takes. Shout out to everybody who went on the takeover and then came back to the bar and came on the show. It was awesome hanging out with everybody. But I remember right as the Broncos game was wrapping up, Nuggets fans that were going to the takeover started to trickle into the bar. And of course, this Broncos game is like the highest drama you could ever have. Overtime, and the bus was supposed to leave at like 6 o'clock or something.
Yeah, we just
That's
pushed
like
it.
when overtime started. And the bar is just packed body to body. And you just see this guy in a Jokic jersey walk in and be like, where the hell am I?
Where the hell am I?
All these people here for Nuggets Wizards?
It was crazy.
Everybody eventually like came upstairs and hung out. It was great, but it was just so funny, man. The vibes were... It was such a wild day yesterday, but back at it today. Back at it today with Nuggets-Hornets. What do we got for game notes?
Got some surprising game notes, guys. Let's start with the injury report like we like to do, and we'll start on the Denver side because this is a Nuggets show after all. Aaron Gordon, fellas, will not play in this game. He has a right hamstring strain. At least that's what's listed. He's gone over his minutes limits a lot in the last few games. It's the second night of a back-to-back. So it's listed as a right hamstring strain, and I'm looking at this more as resting him on the second night of a back-to-back rather than some sort of re-aggregation. All the same, that's how it's listed. He joins Christian Braun, Nikola Jokic, Cameron Johnson, and Jonas Valanciunas in the out section of the injury report. Two other guys who were on the injury report, Bruce Brown, right knee inflammation, Jamal Murray, left ankle sprain and illness. They are both available. Can tell you guys, after talking to Jamal Murray last night in person, he is definitely still sick, but he is going to play in this game.
This has been like a 2-week sickness.
I think it's like a cyclical, like this locker room has just passed it in every way possible.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think there are like a couple PR guys who are the only people left in the locker room who haven't been sick yet. So it's
PR guys never get sick. If you ever notice that. They're machines.
One of them sneezed the other night and everyone just looked at him.
Yeah,
like,
you never see it.
Right. Charlotte Hornets had two guys on the injury report. Three guys, excuse me. Mason Plumlee is out.
Oh,
He's
man.
had right groin surgery, if you missed it. And Grant Williams, who is still in the league, he's out. Right knee, return from injury management. Diabate is going to play in this game. He was listed as probable with a right hamstring strain. He is available. Let's take a look at the Hornets team profile. They're 15-27, which is not that impressive. They're 24th in defensive rating, which is not that impressive. But by golly, fellas, what do you think Charlotte's offensive rating is, or where they rank in the league?
Or on the season?
On the season.
I would say like number 14, 13.
I'll say, I mean, my instinct is to say like 20, but I feel like that's low based on your question.
They are 10th in offensive rating. The Charlotte Hornets are 10th. That's pretty crazy. And that pushes them to 16th in net rating. Really surprising for a group with that record. But it's their offense that's been carrying them.
They're like the 2017 Nuggets.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's one thing they do really well. They're 4th in offensive rebounding percentage. That's going to matter tonight. No centers, no Aaron Gordon. And it gets worse, guys. It's not just the offensive rebounding percentage. They lead the league in defensive rebounding percentage. Charlotte rebounds very well. So Denver will have their hands full battling on the glass without AG. Silver lining is Charlotte does turn it over a lot. Of course, the glass of cold water on that is that Denver doesn't force a lot of turnovers. So the Nuggets actually, from a matchup perspective, in some ways are working uphill tonight as they take on the Hornets, who are 2-3 in their last 5, most recently lost to the Hornets. LaMelo Ball leads them in points per game, 20.2 points per game on the season. Brandon Miller right behind him with 19.7. Miles Bridges right behind him with 19.4. Diabate, who is active, is their leading rebounder per game, so that's going to matter tonight. And of course, LaMelo leads them in assists per game as well.
That's interesting. Charlotte really spreads it around. I'm surprised LaMelo only averages 20 per game.
Me too.
They've got 4 guys averaging 19-plus points per game. Knipple, Bridges, Brandon Miller, and LaMelo Ball. And then Sexton at 15 points per game off the bench. This should be an interesting matchup. And you touched on the rebounding. That's probably going to be what this game comes down to, Dev. They've got Deron Holmes, the Nuggets, who's starting at center for Aaron Gordon in this game, alongside Jamal Murray, Jalen Pickett, Peyton Watson, Spencer Jones. There seems like there's a lot of pressure on Deron in this game.
There is a lot of pressure on him. One, he's not that great of a rebounder right now, and that's going to be a point of emphasis for everybody on the team. They don't have a backup center option. This is going to be a lot of Zeke, a lot of Deron Holmes, and he hasn't been playing much, so it's not like you'll have confidence behind him. But this is an opportunity for him to battle and show what he has in this one. Also, not having Aaron Gordon puts a lot of pressure on them defensively as well, because there is no Christian Braun. There is no Aaron Gordon. Like, their defenders are out of this game. So who's going to step up? Who's going to, make a leap on that end of the floor? This is a lot on a young guy in Deron Holmes.
It's going to be on team rebounding, really. I think in the games that they've won the rebounding battle, despite guys being out, that's how it's worked. Multiple guys in the paint, all fighting for the glass. Aaron Gordon saved them in the rebounding department down the stretch last night. They don't have that option. They don't have him tonight. So they are going to have to battle on that end as much as possible. And if possible, hit as many shots as they can, of course. Try to drain some threes. Tim Hardaway Jr., guys, who I wrote about at thednvr.com last night, should play a big role in this one because they're going to need a lot of offense. And their defense is going to have to step up as well.
Charlotte, they beat the Lakers the other night. Yeah. They beat the Lakers so bad. Kale, can you bring up that tweet I just put in the Slack? They beat the Lakers 135-117. The Lakers had a hilarious post-game graphic we'll bring up in a second. Then they lose to the Warriors. Was that last night? Yeah, 136-116.
Yep.
So they can definitely put up points. This game is probably going to come down to defense and, can the Nuggets get some rebounding? But who are you watching tonight? Who do you have your eye on?
Yeah, Deron Holmes, of course, not because I have high expectations, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Just I think Dev outlined it very well. Up against it, having not played in a few games, and the rebounding battle. Can he contribute in that department? Can it be more than 1 or 2? That would go a very, very long way. Jamal Murray, of course, but I'm going to go with Tim Hardaway Jr., a guy who can alleviate some of that pressure off Jamal and maybe drain some threes. Like, if Denver's not going to play a great defensive game tonight against that good offense, they're going to need to keep pace. So, Tim Hardaway Jr. again should be a fixture in this one.
Okay, I'll go back to that really quick. Look at this graphic the Lakers put out after they lost to the Hornets. This isn't cut off or anything. This is the graphic.
No way.
2 players' legs and a final score. I thought this was hilarious.
Are they afraid to put a player's face on the score?
That's exactly what this is.
They're
crazy. So afraid of putting a player who's going to get upset that their face is on a loss graphic. They just went with that.
That's unbelievable.
How hilarious is that, man?
That is hilarious.
That's so funny. Who do you have your on tonight?
I think that a lot of the emphasis is on Deron Holmes and Zeke Naji, but I think that all zag on that one. If you look at the matchup that they have, it's not like a center that's grabbing every single board for them. It's just collective rebounding. Like Knipple will grab the rebounds. Brandon Miller, jumps in and get I think this is a big game for Peyton Watson. Bruce Brown, is he going to be able to be an impact when he gets in the game and be able to provide that energy? Because this is the second night of a back-to-back for both teams. So it's going to be about getting that energy and trying to get that edge, because this is a Hornets team that is doing the East Coast to the West Coast swing. So you really have to take advantage of that. So I just think that the team rebounding, but I think this is a Bruce Brown game, honestly. I'll go with Bruce.
Remember, I like that because they'll need his energy.
100%. And guys, remember he told us on our show he had that Tony Snell game against Charlotte earlier in the year. I told him to circle this one.
He had a bad Tony Snell. Wasn't it 22 minutes?
Yeah, it was
22 minutes, 0.0 rebound, 0 assists for Bruce Brown.
It was rough.
In Charlotte, the last time these two teams played.
He was a good sport about it on this show. Hopefully he's got it circled tonight.
I think it can be a kind of, growing up game for Deron Holmes. I mean, if he plays well and rebounds and the Nuggets win, he could kind of make a little bit of a statement. I feel like with his play tonight in the starting lineup, getting another chance there. I like that David Adelman's been throwing him in the mix, especially starting him and just giving him that shot. And, we'll see what the Nuggets have on the second night of a back-to-back. Let's see what Jamal Murray has. Does he have another just magical game in him? I'm excited to find out. Want to hit on Christian Braun really quick because we haven't really updated his injury status.
Yeah.
Let me just walk everybody through the timeline of what's happened here and why I really got concerned about it when it initially happened. So he has the injury. He's out a while. He's come back. He comes back. He's cleared to play. Plays in, 2 games?
Yep.
Looks really bad. Doesn't seem like he's moving well. Definitely seems like something's still bothering him. Goes out and warms up for the 3rd game. All good. He's supposed to play. Cleared to go. Late scratch. That to me was extremely concerning, mainly because it never happens. Like, that really rarely happens where a guy who's coming back from injury, cleared to play, all systems go, and then gets scratched at the last minute. Now he's back out of the lineup and has missed a couple games. It's pretty obvious now, just based on what David Adelman has said and how he looked, that he came back too early. I mean, that seems like exactly what happened.
Yeah, 100%. And here's the Adelman quote from pregame yesterday or last night. Vinny Benedetto asked, was this a re-aggravation? Or to your point, did he come back too early? Adelman said, it's the second one. I watch him work out. He's going full speed. It's just that he can't do everything his body should be able to do right now. So I feel like it's fair to Austin, to the player, for him to come back when he's ready to really play basketball. Not just run up and down the court, right, without re-aggravating it, but play basketball. CB is tough, so him coming back as quick as he did off an injury like that is not surprising. So they're saying it's not a re-aggravation, it's just more that CB doesn't feel like he can do all the things he needs to do to succeed right now. And that's the story.
Yeah, but I'm still a little concerned about it, to be honest, because he was cleared to come back and good to go, and obviously, he felt good. Whatever imaging they did looked good, but still just not quite right, so it's still something I'm a little concerned about, to be honest.
Yeah, it feels like one of those things that he's cleared by, like he got cleared by the training staff and things like that. But when he got out there and actually played, there's nothing like having actual game time minutes, actually moving and things like that. He probably said, okay, it's probably okay, but I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's no point of pushing it if I can't do the things that I want to do, because we watched him in those couple of games. He did not look close to himself. It was a shell of himself. So even though he was cleared, he wasn't the same. He wasn't moving the same. He was not aggressive. And maybe he was a little bit cautious there. So they were like, hey, there's no point of pushing this one.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like what happened. So no need to rush him back right now. Nuggets are playing well. They built not really a cushion, but, they gave themselves some room for error here playing so well without Jokic. So hopefully he comes back soon.
I think the thing to remember with CB is it was listed as an ankle sprain, eventually described as a high ankle sprain, which can be kind of a vague description. Like, Christian tore multiple ligaments in his foot. So
it was a serious injury.
It was very serious. And it felt like he came back too long after an ankle sprain. In reality, he may have just come back too quickly for a more serious injury than that.
Jamal Murray obviously had the big fourth quarter, the big game last night in the win over the Wizards. He continues to put together a Jamal star season. And I mentioned this on the postgame show, and then I looked at it a little closer. He's might be on pace to get All-NBA third team.
Got a chance, man.
Right now, Jamal Murray, just to list off some stats, 15th in the league in points per game. He's averaging 26.2 points per game. That's the same amount as Kevin Durant. That's more than Cade Cunningham. That's more than James Harden. That's more than Devin Booker. It's more than a lot of guys you think of when you're thinking about, okay, who are the true scorers in the NBA? Jamal Murray's averaging the same, if not a little more than them. shooting 48.8% from the floor, 45% from three, 89% from the line. Career high 7.4 assists as well. If he keeps this up, he's got a real shot at All-NBA. Real shot.
He should, right? I mean, I think he's been, if you take positions out of it, I mean, I think he's been one of the 15 to 20 best players in the league this year.
He absolutely has.
And the narrative as well of, he's missed a couple of these games, but the Nuggets are, I think, 5-3 in the games that Jamal's played that Jokic hasn't, or at least they've got those 5 wins. He's been really good even without Jokic. So I think, obviously, the All-Star, to me, I think he's going to get it. But you're right. I mean, he may be on to bigger things than that.
Dev, is there anything else you want to see from Jamal this year? I mean, he's done it with the passing. The assist numbers have been crazy. He had those 16, 17 assist games. The scoring's been there. Is there anything else that you want to check off from Jamal this year?
One is the consistency. I want him to continue to do this. This is the longest run that we've seen from him playing at this level.
Yeah.
He's been this type of player, but it's in these small spurts. But the bigger thing is I want to see these monster games even when Jokic is there. Like, I want him to still exude confidence. I want him to be the same type of aggressive, but also, mesh with him, because what we've seen in these last couple of games is him running the tape. Like, all eyes are on him, and he's still getting it done. He's still passing it. He's still showing that he could stagger a whole unit, and we don't see that with him with the stagger. So now with this going together, I want to see if he continues that same aggressiveness when he's not on the court with Jokic and then brings it on the court with Jokic. So it's just putting it together more.
Yeah. What about you, Vogt? Is there anything else from Jamal that you want to see this year?
Stay healthy. Keep it up, man. Just keep it up. I think Dev hit the nail on the head there. It's fine, but he kind of already did that, right? He had this beautiful balance of being really aggressive / understanding when Jokic was getting hot. The leadership, which I think has evolved all season long. I just want to see the guy stay healthy, because right now I think he's checking all the boxes we've asked him to check.
Yeah.
Can I throw one out there?
Sure, Kale.
I just want to see him shoot more threes. He's has the highest shooting percentage from 3 for a high volume shooter in the league.
Yep.
He should be shooting 10 a game.
Shooting 7.7 per game this year. That's up from
That's a career high.
6 point something last year.
Yeah.
I believe. So he's upped it slightly. But I agree. I mean, I think there's always room for him to shoot a couple more threes, and the Nuggets as a whole, they lead the league in 3-point percentage, still down near the bottom in 3-point attempts per game. But for me, I was thinking about this question on the drive in, and I don't really feel like there's a whole lot more I need to see. Jamal, to me right now, he's at that confidence level that I had in him from the 2023 playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the confidence I had in him in those moments, that playoff run in those games, I feel like I've got that back. And I haven't had that for the last 2 years. We had that in 2023. We thought we were going to get again the next season. Didn't happen. Last season did not have that really throughout most of the season and in the playoffs. This is totally different, though. This is reminding me of how I felt watching Jamal Murray in the championship run.
Yeah, just to keep going on what I want to see from him, I know that his eyes has been on being an all-star. Like, that's been a push for his. I do love the fact that he's not going out after games and saying that that's the goal the entire time, but that has been something that he's pushed for.
Right.
We'll see if he continues that after he does. He becomes an all-star.
Sure.
Go after the All-NBA and be vocal about being an All-NBA player, because he is one of the best players in this league, and he's shown that this year. But I want him to be that. You know what I mean? Like, actually live in that. The top guys in the league, they act like the top guys in the league. I want him to be that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think he might even be better than the 2023 playoffs right now.
He might be,
but
he really might be.
It's that same feeling of last night was a great example. The Nuggets didn't have energy. They're getting to the fourth quarter. They're getting kicked on the glass. And Jamal just makes everything. And I felt like every shot he took in the fourth quarter was going to fall. So as much confidence as we've had in him, for sure.
All right, our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. You can sign up for Bet365, download the app, use code DNVR365. When you sign up, deposit $5, win $200 in bonus. Best must be 21 plus, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. What do we got tonight, Dev?
Well, last game, how good did the fellas do last game?
Actually, they went 3 for 3.
It was a sweep.
That's right. Yeah,
it was a true sweep.
We put in our picks early for the pre-recorded pregame show. We swept.
I know that everybody talks about taking, yoke for granted, but one thing that we have been taking for granted, the run that the fellas are on Bet365. we are making money this year. I will say that. Bet365 is the sponsor and who's going to give us more money in this one. The Nuggets come into the game as 2.5-point underdogs. Underdogs. And this one is a rough one. This did change once there was the Aaron Gordon news. And honestly, this is what it's supposed to be. The Nuggets are without 4 starters.
Right.
And their starter that is playing is questionable coming into the game. Vegas had nothing, they had no idea what they should do with this one. I believe in this Nuggets team. Doesn't matter who they put out there. They're better than the Hornets. This Hornets team is rocky. I don't love it. I like the Nuggets in this one. What I really, really love even more than that one, I love the over in this game. 228.5. There is not much defense going to be played in this game. Hornets aren't a team that slows you down or defends. Denver is on an offensive run with their guys. I think this is going to be free-flowing, and there's not many stoppers with Aaron Gordon not being there. I expect a lot of second-chance points for the Hornets. I expect Denver to match them, so I like the over in this game. Also, that rebounding is going to be tough in a high-scoring game. On the other side, Brandon Miller over 20.5 points is just screaming at me. There really isn't a matchup for him, and he's just.
I think you picked this prop the last time the Nuggets played the Hornets too.
He gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it. Also, I like Khan in this one. I think that he's going to get his 17 points as well. This is an over type of game, so I don't think you could go wrong with their scores. LaMelo Ball is going to have a big game too. I just think that everybody will be able to score, but Brandon Miller's who I would go with.
Con Knipple, 14 points, only shot 2 of 10 the last Nuggets-Hornets game.
They got lucky.
On the Nuggets side of things, the threes bet, we're going with Tim Hardaway Jr., of course. It's at 3+ 3-pointers. I like that one. I think that he's going to be able to light it up. We just saw him go nuclear last night. He really did whatever he wanted, and that was from the 3-point line. Another bet that I really like, Tim Hardaway Jr. points. It's a very low line again. It's 14.5. We just saw him get double this last night in a game. His confidence high, and when you have a shooter who's feeling himself, that does not slow things down. I really love this bet, a bunch. He's going to be able to score the basket. Our random bet that has been hitting, and I think it hits again, Jalen Pickett over 3.5 rebounds.
Oh.
When he's out there, he boards. He boxes out. He's one of the few guys that
box out. It's a great
They go right to him every single time. He's going to go against young, athletic guys that are not boxing out. I bet he gets a couple of rebounds on that one, so I really like that one.
Great shout, Doug.
This is truly a Zeke Naji game. Let's go with the 5 rebounds in this one. They have to get somebody that's aggressive on the boards. He's been getting 5 rebounds when he's not the rebounder, so I expect him to be that in this game. A combo that I really like is Bruce Brown over 6.5 rebounds plus assists. You get that insurance for him to be able to do both. I think the ball is going to be in his hands a bit more. He could get this in rebounds alone. I expect this to be a rebounding game for Bruce. Jamal is playing, and they have nobody that can stop him. He's going to go nuclear offensively. He's on a solid run. We be seeing him get 20 points in the first half. Yeah. He gets his run. You could do the first quarter over points. It's probably 8 now.
Right.
So I would do Jamal Murray first quarter bet, but I also like his 28.5. I feel like you could just pencil him in for 30 points every single night right now. So I like that over. But our lock.
Spencer John's first basket.
Peyton Watson over 18.5 points. It's been free money.
It really has.
I truly cannot remember the last time he did not get 19 points.
I think it's been 9 games now.
It's been a while.
He gets it every single game, and it's not going to stop now. Who gets to shoot the ball for them? It goes Jamal, Peyton Watson, and then Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yep.
Those are the only 3 guys going to be shooting in this game. He's going to get his points very easily. Pencil him in for 25. I think he gets 25.
That's what was so crazy about that last game last night against the Wizards. P-Watt hit 20 points, hit that 20-point mark. It was a quiet 20 points. It says so much about his game that he's at the level where he could just go out and get you a quiet 20 points and you barely notice him, man.
9 games ago, if he got 21 points, that's the story.
It was oh my God, Did you see P-Watt?
Now it's just another night.
Yeah, it truly is.
I like the Bears money line.
Chicago Bears.
So they're up
Bears.
10-7 right now. Let's do a fun bet for our first bet of the game. Who do we think
first
scores
bucket?
the first bucket of the
So
game?
I was joking, but not really. I wish I could bet on Spencer Jones' first basket.
Me too, dude.
It's not even available on Bet365. They have 9 out of 10 starters available to pick.
With Spencer Jones, he's been on a run of not scoring lately.
Yeah.
Like not shooting the
But
ball a lot. And
he is shooting a little
They
bit still.
really make it a point to go to him early in the game.
Yeah.
That's why I really like that first basket of the game bet. But I assume it's going to be Jamal. I think Jamal tries to show like this is an easy matchup for me. I think that they're going to lose the tip ball. Get a stop.
I was going to go with
score.
Brandon Miller first basket plus 800.
It's a good one. They're going to get the first shot at it.
I might throw a sprinkle on that. All right. Are we good, Kel? Good. All right. 2 super chats. Let's hit those.
This one's from, that is hard to read. T-May Noverton. Does this run make the Nuggets, thank you, Kel, make the Nuggets favorites? I mean, our depth is showing up big. When we are fully healthy, we may be 12 deep.
People aren't, I think the Nuggets might be a juggernaut hiding in plain sight. People are not going to catch on to that until everybody comes back and they start blowing teams out by 20 every night.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be favorites. They might become a sexy pick to like win the West.
I think it's going to feel very similar to when the Nuggets traded for Aaron Gordon and went on that tear post-trade deadline. That was, of course, different because they hadn't won it, but I think people are going to catch on once everybody comes back.
Yeah, I think you're right. Ulysses Ventura celebrating 3 months of membership. We appreciate you, brother. Is the pregnant man having contractions? Is that what these W's are? Gross.
I guess.
Sure. History Channel 5280. Vote. I bet you one Nugget that Watson scores 6+ in the first quarter, plus 102. Once again, I also think that he's going to do that.
But it's plus money.
I do not accept your bet.
So I'm actually up 1 Nugget on History
I was
Channel
just about to say, he has not gave us an update of where he's at.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens to his nugget.
You know,
does it take away from somebody else's nugget when we win the bet?
We don't know.
You know
There
what? I'll
should be
take that
something
bet.
there.
I'll take that bet.
All right, hit that thumbs up, guys. We're going to head over to the watch along set and watch Nuggets-Hornets. Talk to you in a few.
We all silly like the